Man, what's up, everybody? And of course, this is your man GMO, aka non-GMO, and I'm with.
The Blue Phoenix. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. So, I want to do something real quick that I did in class today. I want to bring in the mood since we was having all these technical difficulties. I want you to close your eyes like you always have us do. Close your eyes, close your eyes, close your eyes.
Okay.
I want you to think about how you're feeling from 1 to 10. And then I want you to think about a place where you rather be and who you would take.
Oh man, if I could take you deeply into like my mental space right now, my middle finger is having the meanest erection I've ever had in my life. Yeah, so it's fuck y'all. But everybody, this is both sides of the coin. Let's get it cracking. So yeah,
See,
thank you for
you
trying to.
smiling. You smiling. I did my job.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Wasn't
Yeah.
what I expected, but whatever works for you. Okay.
Hey, listen. Hey, look, I can't explain how heated I am right now. Everybody out there, of course, we are having technical difficulties. I am waiting for this goddamn MacBook. Of course, everybody out here fucks with Apple products, and we have our engineer in the back, Rock. Okay, he is defenseless right now, so I'm not gonna say too much about it. But when we have the show tomorrow, we will argue and we will fight about what this is about. You dig what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm waiting for this damn thing to upload. So I'm sorry, everybody, that we are delayed, but it's time to get it cracking.
Yeah, so speaking of cracking, and hey, hopefully this doesn't bring you more attitude, but I put up a question of the week on the page. The
Hmm.
people we will be doing this weekly, I usually put a did he put Team Apple? Oh my gosh. Usually I put up a question. We put up a question of the day, and I
Hmm.
may still do that. But on Sundays, I'm going to start doing a question of the week, and then we'll tap on that question of the week, on Wednesday. So this week, um, I put up two questions, um, geared toward men and gentlemen and ladies. So the one first question for the ladies was, do you get offended when men ask you to smile? If so, why? And
Hmm.
for the gentlemen, I asked them, how do ladies respond to you when you speak? No, I'm sorry, when you greet them, and how does their response make you feel? So
Right.
tell me, what type of responses do you think we got?
You know what? And I keep myself off of those questions of the days because I want to be surprised by some of the answers. If not, I'll be already influenced, pre-influenced. But you're asking the man side of the coin, right? What
Yeah, I
they
want, I
responded
want,
to.
I asked for both. I asked the
Okay.
ladies and I asked the men. So how do you think the ladies responded?
I am almost positive because this is me as an everyday black male that might see a young lady with resting bitch face. Okay. Um, that I might say smile every once in a blue. I might give them a compliment to see if they're receptive. Most women are lazy and they don't give a shit about trying to be happy. So that's what the consensus I feel like would be.
And well, then of course you being a man can give your opinion of the responses for the men then.
I just did, and I'm pretty sure that every man feels like that. You know what I mean? I think I damn near answered every man's question right there.
You
You know
did,
what I'm
you
saying?
actually did. Okay, so
Let's get into
yes,
it. Let's
you kind
grind.
of did. Okay, so we didn't get many responses, but the responses that we did get were just enough. So on the ladies' side, she said that it is offensive to her, and women don't want to hear. Basically, women don't want to hear you say smile because you never know what frame of mind they're in, and just because they're not smiling does not mean they're not having a good day. Uh, basically, the gentleman that responded basically said what you said. And they were like, he's trying to figure out. Well, he said one person, he said something to them, said good morning or whatever. And they told him something, I'm good. He was like, he don't even know what the fuck that means. What the fuck does I'm good mean? So it's kind of weird because I really, even though, hey Zena, even though I kind of knew these responses. I really wasn't expecting it to be automatically, especially on the men's side. I don't know how you feel because I'm a woman. We don't know how you feel when you get certain responses. So that's why I posed that question to you guys. I also, oh, I'm
Mhm.
sorry, go ahead.
Um,
Go-
I do gotta say that no, go ahead. Matter of fact, finish what you were saying before we get it going. Go ahead.
Okay, so what I was going to say was I was checking maybe if I can find some stats or stuff on how women felt about this or how men, the kind of responses they get, you know. And so what I pulled up was it says the sexism of telling women to smile. Why men need to
How
stop telling
men, the
women
kind of responses they get, you know. And
to
so
smile and cheer
what
up.
I pulled up was
I'm
it says
sorry.
the
I'm sorry. I'm
sexism
sorry, y'all.
of tell.
My computer just rebooted automatically, y'all. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yay! It's here. It's here. and then it says these are different articles, and then it says men telling women to smile. Is it sexist? Masks are off, which means men will start telling women to smile. I'm like, what does this mean? What it's like women had a 14-month break of not having to deal with a man telling them to smile because they were behind the mask, and now that the
And the
mask has
fucking
to come
divorce rates
off.
are higher, and the abuse is higher, and yeah, the rage is higher. I'm listening. Go ahead, but please, by
No,
all means,
I
continue.
mean, like, these are
Yeah.
the things that I'm finding, and I'm like, whoa. Okay, so go ahead and make your point. Go ahead and please go.
Everything that you just said, everything that you just said is basically no excuse for our queens, or you know what I'm saying. I gotta really say black women. I honestly got to put y'all in a box on this because that's a majority of the responses that you get. I mean, when I look at other races, if you do happen to see a Caucasian woman walking down the street with her dog, of course, and exercising, and you say hi to her, she's definitely not going to fucking speak anyway because we consider to be predators and all types of things. So we don't get it from any other race. We are considered to be very over sexual, hypersexual, I should say, predators by description, by society. And then we come to our side where we see a beautiful sister, of course, who 9 times out of 10 is burying her shape to the T. You know what I'm saying? Wearing her fitting clothes, doing what she does best. And I mean, it doesn't even take that. Sometimes you could be in the bonnet. You know what I'm saying? We don't really care. You know what I'm saying? And we'll sit up there and we might say something. Hey, why you ain't smiling, man? That's classic. I think that it's getting old, and it hurts that you have nowhere as a black male to make any woman smile. You dig what I'm saying? Um, Sometimes I think that women are to the point now where it's more so sexual advances. I think that a lot of that they feel like automatically that it's a sexual advance. You know what I mean? Even when holding the door, I mean, I hold the door for young ladies all the time, and they won't even say thank you because I think that they feel like it might initiate some type of extra conversation. You know what I mean? But that's just my side of the coin on that one. That was my viewpoint. What do you think about it, Fanny?
I actually, it's so okay. So I have to remove myself from whenever we talk about stuff like that because I am, of course, not the norm, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I see this. I see this a lot from women in regards to men, and a lot of men won't do certain things because of how we respond to them and everything. It's like I'm gonna be honest. It's like we have become total assholes. It's
Okay.
like I would, well, maybe I should say bitches because that's what it is. We have become total. That's how we have become. I usually don't say that word, but to be honest, just looking at how things are, this is how we treat y'all. Yeah, I know, I know, I know.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I
But
love it.
it's like because that's what it's frustrating to me because when people try to be nice or not everybody is trying to holler at us, and the thing is, and like you said, because that's usually kind of the way it used to be and you're used to that, okay, but that does not give you the excuse to do, act the way that you're acting. You can just say okay, thank you, or hi, smile and do a little smile, it's some, and I honestly believe I'm okay. So the way I was raised, where you talk to people, you speak to people, you
Mm-hmm.
walk past the person, you say how you doing, you don't have to hold a whole conversation,
Mm-hmm.
you ain't got to do none of that. you don't, even if now a lot. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all where this question came from. I'm pretty sure the ladies don't want to hear it. I was watching Kevin Samuels. I watch him.
Oh, really?
I like him. I like Kevin Samuels. Hey, quick. And so many people do not like. Even my mother said something to me. She said, for some reason, I just don't want you to like him. I'm like, yeah, but if you really listen, he makes a whole hell of a lot of sense. He really does. And it is really embarrassing, the women that come up there and the stuff that they say. And it's like a lot of women think this way. No, not all women. For somebody jump in the chat. No, but a great deal of women think the way that is represented on his show. And so this was put up. A woman brought this up. Yeah, just like a man come and tell you to smile, and that's offensive to me. He didn't mention it, but she did. And I said, oh wow, maybe I should pose this question. And women are offended by somebody telling them to smile, but why? I really want to know why.
Well, let's
outside
first
of what you said.
We have to did this. We have to did the Kevin Samuels thing, okay? Because he seems to come up now. Mind you, the situations and the exact relationships that people are trying to find with the high value man and the high value woman, right, is totally different from anybody that is listening to this podcast right now. So your mother hating him. The average woman hating him.
She don't hate him, but she don't want me to like him. So I get, I guess so.
She doesn't like him. She hates him. Okay,
okay.
So the women that are and the men that are using this now, let me attack the men first because women get enough. Okay, so let me go ahead and attack this before I get on y'all asses. So men out there, okay, I am not considered a high value man. I know this. I know this personally. Now I might be of value to the average everyday woman. I am not part of the 1% or the 3% that makes well over six figures and above. Okay, what I'm saying? So everybody here has to let go of the ideal that they are even involved in this conversation. It is good to get pointers to know that, okay, women, and now I got to get on the women because for the most part, women have to be broke down in order to understand because women live delusional lives because you have titties, you have ass. Okay, which is a hot commodity to any male that wants to mate with you. You dig what I'm saying? So yes, a man carries your groceries, a man flies you out, a man does little things, little nuances that you think you deserve, but we are trying to earn our way into the honey pot. You dig what I'm saying? That is all part of being a hunter-gatherer. So let's exclude ourselves and everybody listening from that conversation. You can get pointers from him. He can keep everybody humble. You dig what I'm saying? Because in all honesty, this is from the outside looking in, but we're not even in that hemisphere. We don't even understand what it feels like to have $1 million surplus dollars and residuals sitting in a bank account to even have demands like that, or to want somebody to be a stay-at-home wife or a stay-at-home father. So getting back to smiling, that is the poor man's way. You see what I'm saying? That is the poor man's way of trying to get your attention, to see it's a temperature check. It's trying to see where your temperament is at. And 9 times out of 10, women, even if you are having a good day, you know what I'm saying? You still aren't displaying it on your face. And that's one thing that men, we don't understand, because if black males walked around angry, we get shot. We get shot. You know what I'm saying? Or we are looked at as beneath everybody, but women can do whatever.
Even by us, you know.
Yeah. But sisters, goddamn. I mean, it doesn't. How can I put this? Y'all are always going to invite men, no matter what you do. If a man does a favor, he's invited. Damn near. We feel like there's a chance. You know what I'm saying? So understand that you might be sick of it. Whoop de whoop, blase blah. And some men do come from a great place. But I mean, y'all got to get over it. You hold the power. You make the decision on when to have sex. Don't open your legs, but say hi, smile. Fuck. You're going to grow old enough to be ugly enough that when men ain't going to pay attention to your ass. Y'all got if you in your 40s right now, you got a couple more years left before the young is going to be like, hey, you just good for sex. Sugar mama, whoop de whoop. You know what I mean? So behave as such. Like, young, my life is damn near over with. A motherfucker still wants me to smile. Jeez, But go ahead, sweetheart.
I it's
Real
so funny
shit.
now, but you're right, and it's so the funny thing is, okay, so in regards to the high value man, high value woman, he also says that he does not only mention money when it comes to high value, because that's what people think he's only talking about. That's not all he's talking about in regards to money. So a lot of what he's saying, we can take it. Like I look when I watch him, if I do watch him, I do look at myself, because for one, I'm a woman and I'm listening to women talking like, "Ooh, do I think like that? Or have I ever thought like that? Or have I treated somebody this way?" And blah, 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 blah. And so most of the time it's no, thankfully. But sometimes I can be like, "Ooh, maybe I need to check myself," And it doesn't have to do with anything with money. Hey, Carly, I love you too. You need to listen. So
of course she's not gonna do that. Me and her go. We already got our history. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, but the reason why this bothers me. Okay, let me use me for an example. I like to do that. So at one point, what's this? 2021. So maybe about 5 years ago. Yeah, about 5 years ago, or 5 or 4 years ago, I was going to work, on my way to work, and a metro supervisor, he used to see me every day, and I would, do a little wave. He would say hi, I'd do a little wave, but I'll go about my business back and forth, and I'm a thinker, so I'm always thinking, I'm always writing, I'm always doing something. And so one day I was ready to come to the gate. He stopped me. He said, "Do you have a lot going on or something?" And I was like, "Huh?" He was like, "Because you always look like you about to cry." And I was like, "What?" Instead of me, I didn't get angry with him. It caught me off guard, because in my mind, I really thought I was walking around smiling. I thought I was, because I speak to everybody. I thought I had a pleasant face. And him saying that to me made me realize that I was not doing it. I didn't get upset. And I actually thanked him because I did not know. I didn't realize that. And so because of that, I started paying more attention to how I carried myself. It wasn't like I had an attitude. It wasn't like I was like, "Don't talk to me." It was my face. And like you said, people may not be angry, they may not be upset, but your face is what people see. And so now, even when I'm thinking, I'm conscious to make sure that I'm not sitting there looking like I'm ready to bite your neck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think, and it's not for anybody else that I'm doing it, but it's for me. And I think if people realize that when other people look at you, that sometimes people look to you to make themselves feel better. And it's not like they're asking of anything for you. It's just that's what people do. We look at other people. Oh, look at the baby. Babies make you smile. It's just automatic. It's just sometimes you need to see things to make your day better. And a man coming to you, or a man saying, "Hey, beautiful, smile," should not offend you, because they're not trying. For the most part, I guarantee you 95% of the time, this man is not trying to holler at you.
This is how silly. This is how silly, and I want every lady to listen to this. This is how silly this conversation seems to men. Let me just take a educated guess, because I have been in multiple relationships. Hello, sweetie pie. And I have seen women go through hell and high water before they walk out of a fucking front door or threshold to impress a boss, to impress coworkers, to impress shit themselves, right? So the daily, unless you are completely all natural, you dig what I'm saying? Most women go through a lot of hell in order to make sure that they are presentable to the
Yeah,
I've
I think
seen
you went
them.
out for a second. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. If you're not Caucasian, you don't just wash and dry. A sister, which a lot of this flack is coming from the sisters, okay, or women of color, I should say, but most of the sisters. is that y'all go through hell every day, all day to make the world look at you as gorgeous, beautiful, no matter how fake it might be, no matter how much of a mask you put on. War paint, I call it. When women wear a lot of foundation and shit, I call it war paint because you are hiding and masking who the hell you are. You go out here and you finally perfect a look, a vibe, but you don't want nobody to say shit to you. You run out here, you have your breast out, your vagina's packed in the goddamn jeans so tight you can see exactly how many hairs you need to pluck when you go to the goddamn what the fuck is it, esthetician or whatever the hell it is, the wax lady, okay, Maylene, whoever the fuck it may be. You dig? You got the jeans so far up the crack of your ass, we can tell, we know your pulse rate. You understand what I'm saying? You got all these things going on, all these attributes that you are showing to the world. You are on full display as a billboard and an advertisement for either sex or you're an invitation to approach in the chance of getting sex from you. And the last thing that you want to be mad about is a fucking smile. That right there speaks to the mass confusion of women and how they look at us as black males. That is the biggest, craziest thing that I have ever ran into and all black males run into on a daily basis. You're giving off all the fucking wrong signals with a tight face. You women need to grow up and let it go, yeah. Smile, but go ahead.
No, I agree with you. As far as that, I don't. That is very much mixed signals. That's very much mixed signals. If you do all that and you're not doing it for attention, then why are you doing it?
That's why this is the last of the alpha males. This is the last of the dying breed right here. Ladies, if you in your 30s and your 40s, you have a finite time before males just start go ahead and tricking like white boys do, like white rich men do. You hear what I'm saying? It's probably more feasible for males to go out here and pay to get the attention than to actually go through it and then actually have a genuine conversation. I think a lot of it is based on if a woman is attracted to the man or not nowadays, because women are so superficial. You know what I mean? I think that is one of the major issues, is that it depends on who the smile is coming with. Hey, smile, baby. It ain't the bum on the street at the 7-Eleven holding the door for you, who's been around and seen every beautiful woman you could think of. You know what I mean? They got the wisdom, that can't really do you no harm. He can't get an erection now at 70 and 60. He ain't thinking about actually having sex with you. You know what I mean? And then you got the youngest, and let me put it to you like, let me say this for the women out here that have been that have had a predator, or that have been through the R word. I'm sorry. I apologize. And maybe, I don't know if that's a normal thing now. I don't know if that's something that we all need to heal from, but maybe is that the issue? Have you actually asked the ladies that responded like that? Have they been through, through the R word, and have they been taken advantage of by men just because they invited, with a smile?
For the most part, I know I have not asked, but for the most part, that is very common. That a lot of women, men too, but a lot of women have had sexual traumas, and a lot of women actually live, or their trauma is their wall, so they respond from behind that wall. So a great deal of women have experienced that. But the thing is, and I'm saying this, and I'm gonna tell y'all ladies, before anybody come for me, I am a woman that have experienced sexual trauma. Okay, I'm telling you this from a woman who has experienced this. That's not their problem. That is not their problem. It is not a man's problem, your man or any other man's problem, to deal with what you dealt with. It's not their problem for you to come at them because you were hurt, because they did not hurt you. It is your responsibility as a woman, or a man, whoever had these issues, but as a woman, to go get help. If you have been sexually traumatized, whether it was somebody in your family, somebody you don't know, whatever, it is your responsibility to go get therapy. It is your responsibility to deal with that. People around you are not responsible for dealing with your shit. Point blank, period.
Now, may I ask you a question? Because Carlita seems to be the antagonist today, and she seems like she's been through a lot of hell. Um, how old is Carlita? She in her 50s, 60s, something to that effect. A late bloom, a baby boomer, correct? She's in that.
Yeah,
Carlita,
she's in her 50s.
Okay, so Carlita, let me tell you something about men and being superficial. Men can't be superficial, okay, unless we are up there. And if we have money and if we have power, we obviously can do whatever the fuck we want, okay? We are now the prize. Women have always been the prize. You could work at McDonald's. There have been women there have been women that have been swept up by millionaires, i.e., Tiger Woods and Walmart. He loved Walmart women. You dig what I'm saying? So being superficial, that don't ever group men in that, because we've never had the chance to do that, because dick comes a dime a dozen for y'all. No matter how good we have it, unless we are the top 3 percentile, every man struggles. That's the reason why every man out here has an ugly baby mother, whoop de whoop, blase blah. Yeah, your women be laughing, but we can have the finest fucking woman at the house. But her attitude and everything else will make us go out here and do some freak shit with the woman that's humble. You dig what I'm saying? So I can't tell a pretty one to smile, but guess what? That mediocre motherfucker right there loves the ground that I walk on, treats me like a king, and she makes me feel amazing. My bad, condom slipped off, yeah. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit happens, and women still don't get it. How every side chick ain't gorgeous, because there's no such thing as an extra gorgeous side chick unless you are a millionaire. You got to pay to play. Unfortunately, vagina costs in more ways than one. Child support is one. I graduated summa cum laude, 18 years of paying. I love the money that I'm receiving now. You dig what I'm saying? Them bitches been paying me back. You understand what I'm saying? So vagina, even on a small scale for a man, is way too expensive. You know what I'm saying? And it's too many problems that come with it for us to be superficial. We just out here trying to get a nut. You dig what I'm saying? And women have always walked around like they're the prizes, no matter how ugly, no matter how overweight, no matter, whatever the fuck the problem may be, there's always a man for a woman. But how many women for a man is the question. You know what I'm saying? We have to have so many advantages in life. We have to work so hard for it. And the only thing we're trying to ask for you to do is smile. Okay, my bad. Just a little daylight, that's it. Shit happened to me this week. What is it? Last week. You know what I'm saying? Lady, I was out there just looking mean and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's hot. I'm mad. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, "You a beautiful man." I was like, "Say what?" I'm taking all the way the fuck back. Like, I ain't heard that shit in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not, it catches any man off guard with a compliment. I don't give a damn how much, you know what I'm saying, they think they like that. Because ain't no man got everything. He could be pretty tall with a small dick, all types of shit. Ain't nobody perfect. There's no man out here that can sit up there and not question himself, because women have toys. They have all these things to make up for the lack thereof of a man in the household. Men don't have that option. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that fucking option. So yeah, the superficial, nah. All men have insecurities. I don't give a fuck how pretty he is. He get his ass whipped all the time because he pretty. Like, y'all got to think about shit like that. Everybody done been through trauma. But ladies, fucking smile. God damn. Smile.
I think it's a problem that we had to have this conversation. I think this is a problem that this conversation, there are articles about this. I really find this to be a problem, that a man asking you to smile is sexist. How is that sexist? I really don't. I really find, it irks me, because there are a million things to complain about. And everybody complains about those million things. And the thing is, why? I mean, we can go through a whole list of, maybe she got a lot on her mind. Maybe this and that. But the thing is, like you said, if y'all walk around looking how you feel, there are consequences. And the only consequence that we have is somebody asking us to smile. So the woman that told you were beautiful, did you feel offended? No.
Hell nah.
No.
Like I said, I was taken back.
It
It's a
made you
very
feel nice. It made you
it
feel good. It made you look at yourself.
yeah.
And right, because she
I hit the gym
complimented
4:30 in
you.
the morning the next day.
Right. So, but the thing is, that's what it should do for everybody. Somebody
Yeah.
actually giving you attention. And the thing is, if a man did not come to you and say something to you, you would think you were ugly, or you would think something. Oh, he ain't nobody speaking to me. If
Mhm.
all the men took the attention away from you, if just every man that you walk past looked the other way, you would find that a problem. But you find it a problem that somebody actually wants to see the brighter side of your face, actually wants to see a smile from you. And that's it. Sometimes, like, I just don't understand.
So this is what I always told women that I dealt with when I was in my 20s is that it's the saying that you'll live long enough to see yourself become the enemy, but women will always live long enough to see themselves be turned away from younger guys and the attention that they're seeking at an older age. What I'm finding nowadays is that because we do have a shit ton of plastic surgeries, the MILF thing, you know what I'm saying? Especially in my generation, you know what I mean? The 40 olders and our generation basically is that they are in competition with the youngins, excuse me, the younger women. They are literally in competition with these women twerking and shit with bad knees, corns on their feet and shit from wearing all them fucking high heels and all that crazy shit that they wore all them years, trying to be hot back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on,
And they
I
are.
like heels too, damn it. It ain't about being hot. Don't be talking about the goddamn heels, because
What
y'all
I'm
like the
saying
heels
is,
too now.
what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is that the MILFs and the Cougars are still in competition with the younger women. And it should not be competitive. Grandma and them back in the day was never in competition. They
Grandma had
never,
her man though. She ain't
you
had to worry
did,
about that. Grandma had her man at home, and grandma and grandpa was still getting in, whether y'all know it or not.
you did.
She
But
ain't worried
guess
about none
what?
of that.
But guess what? Most of us in the black culture grew up with the grandmas and the grandpas with hardworking man. You know what I'm saying? And he probably didn't have a lot of money. You know what I mean? But he made it work. They got 7, 8 kids, but they made that shit work. You know what I'm saying? So we're getting away from the humbleness of women, and they're living into their older ages and wanting to be that age and being graceful and wanting to give the young ladies, because I'm gonna be honest with you, the rumor that's going around is that men are trying to teach women or tell women what to do. No, 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 no. We're not trying to tell you what to do. We're lost because we don't know how to say it to you because we are men. So we are very straightforward with one another as men. So the only people that can get through to a woman is another woman. And we don't
Sometimes
have that
now
support.
that's not even the case sometimes, because they
Hmm.
don't even want to hear us sometimes. I tell you, I get it too.
Okay.
I get it too. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get it off of this, but I don't care, because the thing is, if you won't listen to a woman and you're a woman, and you won't listen to a man and you want a man, who the fuck are you gonna listen to? It's
The
only two
problem is,
speakers.
and you know what? And the holier than thous that listen to God, God ain't getting you no man. God damn it.
And you know the crazy thing is, if you think about it. I'm really starting to notice a whole, especially since I'm getting older and I'm really paying attention to stuff. Women are dying alone too. It's not
At a
just the
higher
men.
rate.
No, it's
At
not
a
just the
higher
men.
rate.
Yeah,
At a
women
higher
are.
rate.
Yeah,
Because first and foremost, women are dying younger because they have these
from
stressful
that stress.
jobs.
Yeah.
They are thinking that they can do everything that a man can do. You dig what I'm saying? I've lost at my job alone. I've had 3 female supervisors dying in 50s because they are stressed out because they think that they can command and they can control, and they can actually be straightforward. Women don't work like that. Confrontation for a woman does not work like that. You know what I mean? It's not innate. It's not something that y'all like to do on a daily basis. It stresses y'all the fuck out. You know what I mean? And managing things. I'm not saying that y'all are not great at certain aspects of management, but when it comes to the workforce, a lot of these positions are very fucking stressful. You know what I mean? It's out of this world. And I've seen 3 supervisors go down in their 50s, late 50s, early 50s. Women are having high cholesterol, shit that you've
That's
never heard of,
terrible.
heart attacks young. You know what I mean? And now they understanding why men die young. We were so used to getting the bread and butter and going out here and killing it that we never had time for ourselves. It was all about the family. You know what I mean? But now it's starting to be reverse of the roles, you know?
And y'all
It,
also had the support then too, because even though a lot of men die in a certain age, a lot of men back in the day grew old, even
yeah,
though they still work. But it's because they had the support; they didn't have that stress at home.
right, right.
It's a big ass difference. It's like we have totally flipped. So it's like a lot of people think because we have the technology and we have the jobs and we have the degrees and stuff that it's a lot better than what it was. But I honestly believe that we have gotten worse. We
Hmm.
have gotten worse. We have gotten like ridiculously lazy. We don't think for ourselves anymore. It's just out of control. And the reason why we're so unhappy is because we want to do it all, have it all, when it's just the simple things that we need, and we're just doing too much.
So, as far as the smile is concerned, that is something that's a microcosm of the bigger picture. That is the smallest thing. That's the smallest thing. Now, out of all the conversations that you had and the engagements that we had for the question of the day, how many of them were female and how many of them were male? I'm sorry, and pronouns I'm not with, you know what I'm saying, right now, because I can't see the person. It's the internet. So we're going names and how they react as women and men. Sorry, everybody.
For those particular questions, I only got one response for the ladies and one response for the men. I'm not sure how many people liked it. I didn't go back and look before I got on the show, but most of the questions, sometimes I don't get any responses till later. So that's
Okay.
why I'm gonna start doing it on Sunday, the questions of the
Mhm.
week on Sunday, and then just ask other questions randomly throughout the week. But this was the first time I did that because usually it's the question of the day.
Hmm.
And I didn't expect a lot of answers, a lot of responses for these particular questions because people have to actually look at themselves to
For
answer these
real.
questions.
For
Yeah,
real.
so I really wasn't expecting it, but I like those questions because we need to look at ourselves.
Hmm.
If you don't look at yourself and correct yourself, evaluate yourself at any point in time, how can you get better? How can you say you want X, Y, and Z when you won't even look at yourself and get your shit together?
So let me say this. I mean, matter of fact, let me ask the ladies that are listening right now, Khalida, I'm always messing with you, baby girl. It's nothing personal. Um, um, uh, Everybody that's out there listening, as women, she said something that was key. A man being superficial. Okay. When does a man not have to not look at himself in the mirror every goddamn day by society standard? When does a man not have to wake up every morning and doubt himself and say, is my dick good enough? When does a man have to wake up every morning and say, God damn it, I need more money or she gonna leave me? When does a man say, fuck, man, like, does she love me? Fuck, man, why did I not like why did I like everything every time, I remember going through all these phases, being married at 19, being in the military, still waking up down myself. I'm at my peak fitness. I am handsome. I got curly fro. You know what I'm saying? I am the baddest motherfucker out here. You dig what I'm saying? But you still, as a man, will have these insecurities because it's always more so on the woman to tell a man when he's right. You know what I mean? And just like you said, Phoenix, the support has to come from one hell of a woman. You know what I mean? Because this world ain't where the fuck it's at. What's up, DC? What's up, G baby? That the women in our corners, and that used to come from grandma, great grandma. You know what I mean? I always remember that, just leaving family reunions and seeing the aunties boost you up and everything. I see nowadays that women only do it to their sons. They only treat their sons, excuse me, they treat their little kids like the man of the house.
Which ain't right. It's not right at all.
Bullshit. It's right. But the thing is that
No,
they're
I'm
not
talking
teaching
about the
them.
man. You're not supposed to teach them like they, yeah.
Well, I mean, they're saying that a man can only be taught by a man. You know what I mean? How to be a man, and that's
That's
not
not what I
necessarily
meant.
true. Yeah,
That's not what I
yeah.
meant.
Okay, what did you mean? I'm sorry.
No, I mean you're not. The thing is, we kind of slip and put the responsibility of manhood as if they are the man in the house, even though they're the boys. We kind
Hmm.
of slip them into that position,
Hmm.
and we're not supposed to do that. We have
Yeah.
to. I mean, we can teach them, be man. You do this, da da da. Da. But sometimes we actually make our sons our man
Hmm.
unintentionally, and that's what
Hmm.
I meant. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
And that is the newer generation, the millennials that are coming out now, who are the superficial ones. Those are the ones that have been spoiled so much by their mothers. Dressed better than any grown man working a 9 to 5 on child support. Got all this money, you know what I'm saying? They can't really afford it. They get spoiled to death and have no work ethic, you know. And those are the ones that these older women are running into now because they are appetizing to them. You know what I'm saying? These are men. These are man child. You know what I'm saying? Man children, I should say nowadays. These young dudes are working out every day and shit. Like it's different now. You know what I mean? They look like men. You know, but they come up thinking that they know everything. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I could kick that horse in the balls all
I
night.
really, I really wish we had more responses, and even on us being on the show now, I would really love to have had more interaction with this.
Correct.
But
Correct.
this is a topic that and actually, I don't know if G Baby is one of the responders that we had. He's the responder
Okay.
that we had.
Hmm.
And thank you for responding and coming in. And also, DJ Slicky was in here. I'm not sure if he's still in here. Zena was in here. I'm not sure if she's still in here. But I would
Man.
really love to get us to stop looking and being, in a way, we're selfish. We're very selfish. And I really would like for us to stop being selfish and look at ourselves and see what our problem is, because we got a lot of issues. We do, and we need to deal with that shit. We need to deal with
My
that shit.
my kicker is the only kicker that I have is that men do everything for the motivation or the chance to have the option or the multiple options of or the diversity of women. Like this is the only reason why we fucking live as men. You know what I mean? Like, so being superficial, nah. But if we finally make it to that peak and we do have the millions of dollars and we done skipped over sexual escapades and and done everything and sacrificed to get to this point, we have a right to be up there. We finally can get to the top of the hill and just say, I could fuck anything I want, fuck a relationship, whatever. You know what I mean? And men are happy dying with no kids, alone. You know what I'm saying? For the most part. You know what I'm saying? When they reach that level, they'll get surrogates as Michael Jackson did and as Tyler Perry has done. And everybody is seeing that these men are different now. Like men have evolved to understand to keep their money. Only the fools and the idiots run around here still trying to impress women at a certain point. You know what I mean? But for the most part, yeah, women, go ahead and accept that high, smile or whatever. You might make that man day or whatever now. I ain't gonna talk about them perverts that be on y'all ass now. I kick a motherfucker hard out his back. You know what I'm saying, to protect my ladies. But be mindful, but don't walk around like a Grinch, scrunched up and shit. If you ain't feeling good that day, man, like my boss
Say
used to tell
that.
me, stay
Say
your bitch
it.
ass at home.
Oh, your boss, you say, and also say that. I mean, and then you ain't even gotta. They are nonverbal cues. I mean, we all know how to communicate. Come on, like
Mm-hmm.
we're grown. Be grown.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, how are you? It's a little quick smile. You smile to somebody handing you some money. You can smile to
What?
somebody, man.
What?
What?
On that OnlyFans page too? I know half of y'all got OnlyFans pages. I know y'all out there.
Cheeks be hurting like
Carlita
shit
got
because they
one
be
too.
grinning so hard.
Carlita got one too. Her 50-year ass
So
out
don't
that
be
joint
messing with her.
stripping for chitlins and shit.
She gonna kick your ass. I'll come all the way up here. Come up here from Georgia just to kick you.
No, I'll go down there. I'll go down there to have her kick my ass. You dig what I'm
Oh
saying?
goodness.
But yeah,
But I
man.
mean, it's come on. We gotta do better. We have to do better. It's like we have to do better. What's wrong with? And it's so funny, like you said. It starts with the little smile. but it is so deep rooted in other things as to why a smile is offensive.
Yeah, yeah. I see it all the time. I mean, even within my coworkers, I've seen where, some of them favor. I'm just not gonna put. I'm not gonna put them out there, but they are married. They're a black man married to a Caucasian woman, and they tend to be way more friendlier to white women than they are to black women. They'll skip right over a sister and talk and directly talk to the white women. They'll look past them. You know what I'm saying?
And that will offend a black woman.
Oh yeah, it definitely will.
Exactly, because
Definitely
you're not
will.
getting the attention. But then when you get the attention, it's offensive. I don't understand that.
Yeah, I think it's because, how can I put this? It's not the right one. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, ladies, y'all outnumber, so we have the options now. It's not just, you know what I'm saying? I think it's every 100 women to every 90 men. So that's 10 women to every one man. I would guess. If my percentage is right, I'm not a mathematician, but that's
We
10 women to
outnumber
every one.
y'all a million. It's like a million.
God
It's a
damn.
million more of us in this United States than it is of y'all,
Wow.
or a little bit
So,
over a million.
yeah. So maybe that's the reason why it's so competitive out here with women. I don't know. But anyway, we got a couple more minutes left. What's the next one? I know we had one more topic we could get into.
We were talking about the the thong swimming suits.
Please, let's go for
it. Go ahead.
So, ladies, let me tell y'all something. I just really talked about it just in a couple minutes ago. And G baby, you could chime in too, bro. What the fuck is it with y'all family theme parks, especially the water parks, and thong bikinis, G-strings, spaghetti straps? What the fuck is y'all problem? I'm listening, Phoenix. Please tell us.
Tell y'all they hot. But he said,
Hey.
so I should be having way more. No, that's not what you're saying.
Hey,
No,
bro,
we gonna go into that topic tomorrow.
We about to close out. Yeah,
into that topic tomorrow. But G baby, you always you always trying to use something somebody say to your advantage. That is not what we are saying.
You should have more threesomes, G. Hey, G baby, you should have more, bro. I think every man deserves one in their lifetime, but please make sure it's worth it. Make sure the women are into each other and not into you, because I'm telling you now, bro, the whole outlasts the pole, and that's words of wisdom. I ain't even gonna hold you. I just went to church. Can I get a hallelujah out this motherfucker? Please.
Hallelujah.
I swear to God. I have had some, bro, where I woke up with a note because I'm exhausted, bro. Like, the shit ain't fair, bro. Like, I'm telling you, bro. I've never felt so drained and so fucked up trying to please women. I'm telling you, bro. Like, we can't win, bro, when it comes to that shit. Don't beg for that shit. Please don't. Please don't. But of course, this has been
the whole outweighs the pole.
It does. That is an old saying. And there's no wearing it out. It got babies coming out of there, things, objects that just we cannot compete with unless we are born a mutant or we have elephantitis. You dig what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what it is. So this has definitely been a bomb ass show. I cannot believe we wore this topic out for 48 minutes. And I'm very surprised that it's that deep. You know what I mean? So on my side of the coin, sisters, please be easy. Try to find your zen. Take time for yourself. I think that a lot of the times women are worried about companionship more so than the fact that you created a seed, when men have to focus on their seeds. Even without being in the presence of them, we do everything monetarily. So they're always, it's always a motivation for us to get up and get out here and get something. Stop getting them fucking BBLs. You're going to die from it. You're going to get your ass chopped off. Love who you are. I'm done.
I agree with you. I do. So I have we on one side today.
Well, goddamn it. Yeah. The coins have flipped and we all heads, goddamn it. But this is your
and
man.
Probably want some too. Anyway, go ahead.
Who doesn't like head? Everybody likes head. Come on now. Women and men love head. We can all agree on that.
I'm pretty sure if you smile more, ladies, you can get more head. Use
Hey,
that for motivation.
you know what we didn't talk about? Why is male prostitution not a popular thing? Why women don't go and buy dingaling like
You
they
don't know
should?
that. You don't
You
know
know
that.
what? That is the underbelly, and you know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to scour DC streets and interview women that actually pay for dingaling, yeah, because
Hey,
this
look,
is.
what you think? What you think homosexuals are getting? They getting paid for?
I mean, every man has been that before. You know what I'm saying? We've all been that. We've
Okay, so
all
they
been
paying for
that.
dingling. But I'm pretty sure. I mean, and the thing is, I don't think we pay for it. I think we just make calls
You think?
and just yeah. I'm pretty sure.
See, that's how easy it is for y'all. Man can't just make a fucking phone call every night. No, unless we actually live with that woman. And even when we live with y'all, it's difficult to get the panties. It is a very difficult task. Very much so. Every old wise man will tell a young man never get fucking married. They will always tell a man that because the cheeks stop clapping. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh shit,
There
they barely clapping when you ain't married, so I guess it don't make a difference.
there is no round of applause for you getting out your drawers. You understand what I'm saying? That is not where it's at for most men. You know what I mean? But man, of course, this has been one dope ass
Oh
show,
my
and we
goodness.
are definitely 2/5 of the No Filter show that will be airing tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard. And make sure y'all chime in on FB. Y'all can catch us also on Red Vision TV at for the No Filter show and a ton of other content that we have, man. The challenges, everything, man. Stay tuned for the movie too. Happy anniversary, man. I done said a mouthful, but this is your man GIMO, aka non-GMO, man. I'm shutting the fuck up.
Yep, and I cannot talk tonight because you did everything I usually do, and I'm the Blue Phoenix. You, you can catch me at the Blue Phoenix Hills on Facebook and on Instagram. I really appreciate you guys. Even if you did not stay in here because this was a touchy topic for us ladies, we have to stop being so sensitive and get real. It's time. We getting too old for this shit. I'm about to be 37. I had to think. I'm about to be
You a
37.
young motherfucker.
I think it's not that young. Are you serious? I keep
You
telling you,
still got a chance.
my internal is nothing like my age. Okay, this internal have been through some shit. Damn it. So I look young. That number say 37, but this body said girl. Anyway, so I mean, we really got to get real. We have to get real with ourselves and really start thinking more in the light of realism. You know. Anyway.
For sure. Man, this has been a dope ass show, man. We out, y'all.